Hey, good morning, team. It is Tuesday, December 10th. I'm Amy Corr, and I'm here with Kevin Van Eck, and we have a great topic today. I know we are still in the midst of full-blown holiday season, but the new year is upon us. So we want to talk about focusing on a New Year's intention instead of a New Year's resolution. So we're going to tell you more about that. But first, make sure you've got your coffee cup filled up to the brim, and let's jump into this next episode of Coffee with Amy and Kevin.
Let's do it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
Yes, we're nearing the end of the year.
Yes, we
Everyone's
are.
starting to think about resolutions.
Can you believe
and
it?
intentions
It's December
and all these
10th.
things. Yeah, I know.
Wild.
I know, the year's almost over. Flew by.
Yes.
In some ways, a good
They
thing. In
always
other
do.
ways, you always wish you had more time. But today we're going to talk about what you're going to do in 25.
Yeah.
And this is a season, right, where a lot of people start thinking about resolutions and what they want to change for the new year, whether it's health, whether it's business, whatever it might be, relationships. So this is a really timely topic, so you don't end up in January with no plans.
Yeah, I know. I know we're all thinking about it now. I know it's already kind of in my mind. As soon as I get through the holidays, I promise I'm going to exercise
Yes.
more. I'm going to eat less. I'm not going to shove another gingerbread cookie in my mouth. But until then, I still have all of December to enjoy
That's
myself, right? But what I like about the conversation we're going to have today is changing the idea of a New Year's resolution into an intention. And this was something that we had came across, a couple weeks ago. Somebody was talking to us about it, and we thought this is a great thing for us to share on coffee. So let's talk, I guess, first about resolutions, right? And let's all think about it. How many resolutions do we make on January 1st and we don't quite see them through to December 31st?
Probably
I know
annual.
for myself, it's the losing 10 pounds, it's the getting, working out. And so the idea is, why are resolutions kind of so hard to accomplish? And I think the idea is that, they really are just so rigid. I feel like it's an all or nothing, and it's the minute you make a miss or you skip or you don't follow the plan to the T, it's like it's time to give up. And then we have to wait until next year, and then maybe next year is when I'm going to accomplish that. And it's the other thing about intentions is that they're so future focused, right? It's all about getting to that end or to that finish line, and it's not even so much really experiencing or enjoying along the way, right? I think it's more of like crossing off, making sure we accomplish or do all the things to try and get to that end point, but I don't think we learn as much, right? And again, I think most of us, we probably can all agree that they fall off pretty fast, these resolutions. So I think kind of having a different mindset, and this is what I love about this whole intentions concept, is it's a little more forgiving, and I think it's a little bit more timely, and it flows, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's no better example of a resolution and how quickly they fall apart than the gym. The first week of January, the gym is packed.
Yes.
Can't even find a machine, can't find a spot, no treadmills available.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks later, typically I think the date is right before Valentine's Day is where the gym membership falls off.
Yep.
And now you can find a machine, no problem. So people set these resolutions. The hard part about it is pass or fail. Like
Yeah.
you either do it or you don't. And it's really easy to just give up. Mid-February, you missed a week or you didn't do what your resolution was, forget about it.
Yeah. And then you feel bad. That's the thing that's
Yes.
a bummer, is that
Yes.
it's like, you set yourself up for an ultimate fail. You're like, I'm going to do it this year. And you're in this, mojo for a couple of weeks. And then, then you feel bad about yourself because I didn't do it. And then, it's like, what do I do then?
Yeah, it's a confidence killer because you failed. So let's talk about the intention piece, because this is where it's really unique, is that it is a mindset, right? Where intention is something you intend to do and do better and make progress, not necessarily about that end goal you were talking about, where the focus is at the end of the year, you will have this, or at the end of the year, you will have lost this or done this. It's every step of the way. Your intention is every day to do this, or at least once a week, do this. And so I'm going to try this one specifically, maybe with buffalo chicken sandwiches, and say my intention is to have one buffalo chicken sandwich a week, so that if I mess up, it's okay.
And what? Don't have one or have too many?
Well, if I have, yeah. See, I don't think that's the problem. But I think that's where the intentions give you more leeway, more grace, more opportunity to feel good about yourself without feeling like you failed or didn't make it or didn't succeed at something. And as you said at the beginning, it could be any number of things. It could be business related, or you might have your business related activities and all of that locked down, but maybe it's on the health side, or maybe it's on whatever it might be. So figure out what it is for you and change that mindset to your intention is versus I need to do this every day or every week. Otherwise, I've blown it.
Yeah, and it's, we look at it as in Atomic Habits and a lot of the different books that we talk about too. Yeah. And it's the idea of just trying to do one little thing and it kind of builds into momentum over time. I think that's sort of the intention piece too. It's like, let me just look at today. Can I take 10 minutes and, do a couple sit-ups, or can I take a 30-minute walk? I know for me, I'm always about doing things a little bit healthier every year. And I like this idea because I am one of those, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to eat super strict. I am at that gym. I am on that treadmill that Kevin can't get on because I'm there. But then life gets in the way and then we do sort of feel bad. So I also like this idea of, my intention going into next year is to be healthier, right? To eat healthier and to do healthier things and making healthier choices. And I think, again, it allows you to do that kind of one day at a time. Yeah. And if I fall off and have what are those? A buffalo chicken?
Buffalo chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what they are.
Okay. If I have one of those, it's totally okay because the next day I can just do a little bit better. But I think, that translates into our real life. I think it's also, I know for me, it's like for family also, one of my intentions or usually a resolution is to, be more present for my family. Yeah. And I blow it all the time, too often, but again, instead of a resolution, an intention, because when I do kind of blow it, it makes it a little bit easier to think about, okay, just, do it better next time.
Yeah, keep going.
So I love this idea.
Progress, not perfection.
That's right. From the famous Olivia, what's her last name? From Peloton.
From Peloton.
Mm-hmm. If you know it, you can share in the chat. But
that's right.
Yeah.
Make sure you change your mindset because it's going to be beneficial. They feel very close together. Like it might be confusing what we're talking about, but it really is a mindset in terms of giving yourself some leeway, not to not do the things you intend to do, but give you some leeway in terms of getting to where you want to go.
Yeah, I love it. So we hope that you liked this idea, getting off of a resolution and into some of your great intentions as we get ready to wrap up this year and get into what I hope and feel is going to be a great 2025,
That's right?
So enjoy this Tuesday. We hope you got a few good tidbits and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, remember, you got this.
You got this.